welcome to the Beacon by Soul 33 teachings for your past, present and future. Good morning everybody. It is so early in the morning. It is about 4 a.m. It is Monday. It is the powerful 11:11 portal. And I know some of you have been waiting to hear where I am, and I am somewhere very special. I am in Uluru in the Northern Territory of Australia, and I am here on sacred Aboriginal land, and I have been meditating in caves. I have been in ceremony with cacao, and I have been receiving codes from the land and from the weather. And I'll share with you just a little bit today. I haven't even had time, and I'm still in the process of this. Is why I'm up so early, is because I've got more sacred ceremonies today and more of gathering healing from the land and codes from the land. And I'll eventually tell you how I've ended up here, because it was a spiritual guide to come here. But it is the 11:11 portal, and it is, me being here. The frequency today is of the solar plexus, because Uluru is the solar plexus energy. Now, as you know, if you're listening to this on the Beacon app, on YouTube, on Spotify, wherever, this is just a small business, and your support means so much, because it enables me to do what I can do. And even the app, it's only $60 a year. Most meditations apps are like $20, $25 a month, and that is because they're so expensive to run. And I've got so many plans for the app, so your subscriptions all go towards the coding, because we have full-time coders to keep up with app technology. So all your support means so much. So if you do all the things to help me grow this platform, it enables me to do more for you. Okay, we're going to do a recap of last week's Monday mantra first, because remember, it's all very important in terms of finding the flow of how everything is transpiring for you. If you're doing your homework and you're really aligned, the Monday mantras will make complete sense. You'll be getting signs everywhere going, oh my goodness, this is what is happening. This is what is, I need to know, because all these signs and symbols, and this is how I've ended up in Uluru, is because I followed spiritual guidance that my spirit guides gave me. And when we listen to the recap, it's really about you looking in retrospect, but keeping on observing in your life as you keep moving forward. So last week, the Monday mantra was, my inner power is supporting the truth for my interdependence. My inner power, your solar plexus power, is supporting the truth for my interdependence. It has been, I cannot tell you the power that I'm receiving while I'm here in Uluru. And it's just a powerful time in general. And we're coming back to more of our truths. Uluru has been speaking to me. It is a sacred site for the Anangu tribe, Aboriginal tribe in this area. It is like a temple for them. There are codes that I can see on Uluru Rock. And we have been shown, all of us, I'm here, but we're all being shown clear signs where this bridge is leading us. Like, it's leading us to more power, like us being the source of power. And what I love about Uluru, like, I'm a Sri Lankan Malaysian, and I'm born into a Hindu religion, and I'm open to everything. But what I love about this sacred land I'm on is Uluru is a natural formation, 550 million years old. And this is where the interdependence is coming in. It's coming in through natural sources, through natural signs, and our soul mates. So when I was on the way to Uluru the other day, those of you who've been following me will always know I always end up having magical journeys wherever I'm going. Like, spirit will be showing me clear signs. So I got on my flight. It's been quite challenging to get here, even though I'm only in New Zealand. Australia is a big country, and Uluru, there's not very many flights that come in. Like, the day that I arrived, only one flight was coming in, so everyone was on that flight to get into Uluru. And so I got on my flight from Auckland to Sydney. And I was sitting in my row, and there was a gap in between, and then there was a gentleman on the other, on the same row, but a gap in between us both. Now, we didn't speak on this flight. This person didn't seem like they wanted to be spoken to, but obviously I'm observing. And observing, but never reading people when I'm not working. But this man suddenly pulls out a book about 3 hours before, not 3 hours, I'd say 2 hours before the flight, because the flight was at nearly 4 hours. And the cover of the book was rainbow colors, and it was called Big Magic. And then so my left eye was kind of looking, I was like, oh, Big Magic, I wonder what that's about. Okay, so I made a note in my phone because I knew Spirit wanted me to look at that. And then he opened up a page in the book that the page that he was starting to read from. And on the left-hand side, the whole page was stars. The whole page was stars. So it was like one of the inside inserts of the book. The whole page was stars, and then he started a chapter within the part he was reading. And so I was like, oh, there we go. Big Magic, stars, rainbow. Where I am is the land of the rainbow serpent. So you know now why I chose and licensed an Aboriginal track for the November shedding of illusions. You know now why I've been talking about rainbows. You know now why I've been talking about nature and earth, because I am here with a soulmate Uluru. And then when I got on my next flight from Sydney to Uluru, gosh, that was a bit of a drama. I honestly nearly missed my flight, but Spirit told me I wouldn't miss it. But I thought I was on Qantas the whole way. I thought I was on Qantas the whole way because that's what my itinerary said. And so I went to Qantas when I arrived in Sydney, and the lady goes, you're not on Qantas, you are on Jetstar. We don't fly into Uluru. She said, you need to catch the train. You don't have time to take the coach because you're really cutting it. So I was thinking, then I said to my spirit guides, am I going to make it? They're like, Jetstar, we told you, follow the star. So I was like, okay. So I was running and sweating, like trying to catch the train. And, it was a lot of people at the domestic terminal because I had arrived in Sydney's international terminal. I get to my check-in, and a lady in front of me starts talking to me. And then Spirit said, turn around and look behind you. And I turn around and look behind me, and there's a lady wearing stars all around her gold necklace. So I was reassured because I was thinking, oh my God, am I going to make it through? Because it said closing now. Made it through. I ran to my gate. I sat down, and I saw a lady, and I was thinking, I think this lady's going to be on my flight. So I didn't say anything because everybody seemed not wanting to talk. I think everybody was, really ready to come to Uluru. So I get on the plane from Sydney to Uluru, and I'm sitting in my seat, and next to me I had an older gentleman and I think his son or son-in-law, and then the seat next to me, not next to me but just diagonally next to me, was a lady. And she started going like this, facing outwards, because she was talking to her family next door, and her ring was a 6-pointed star. And then the man next to me, the older gentleman, I'm going to tell you the name of these books because maybe you might want to read them. Then the man next to me, he pulls out his book from his bag, and I believe it is a foreign book. And forgive me if I'm not going to pronounce this wrong. Melissa du Costa was the name of the book. And on the front were stars, like all over the front. And I was thinking, this is absolutely phenomenal. So I arrive. So no, not yet. Hang on. So then I'm on the plane, and a different woman walks past that, not the one that I saw in the gate lounge. Thinking, I wonder whether my eye gravitated towards her. Now, the day before, I had seen a friend, and my friend has a big dream catcher tattoo on her arm, and I've known this friend for about 10 years. And I said to her, really staring at your dream catcher today. And she said, why is that? She said, you've known me for so long. And I said, I don't know. It's something about dreams. And she said, okay. So I asked her questions about why did you get it, all of that. So then cut to the plane. And this lady walks past with this beautiful dream catcher pendant with wings. And I was thinking, oh, that's a beautiful necklace. And then we get off the plane in Uluru, and I start crying because you can see Uluru when you get off the plane, and it's just like the power of it is amazing. And then I get on the bus to get to my accommodation, and at the counter is the lady with the Dreamcatcher necklace. And she hears me say to reception, I said, look, I'm meeting the people that I'm here with for the sacred ceremonies. We are working with the land. And I said, I'm meeting them at this time. And the lady next to me, because I had commented, I'd said to her, your necklace is beautiful. And the lady said to me, that's my team. She said, I'll pick you up here at, whatever time it was. And so it was all divinely guided here. And this is the type of signs that you will start receiving to know that you are on the right path, because the dream catcher here in Aboriginal sacred land, their beliefs are the dream time, which I'm going to talk to you about a little bit more when I talk about the Monday mantra. Okay, I'm going to push through, but giving you the power of those signs and symbols. And speaking of signs and symbols, when I was meditating last week, Spirit made me draw the symbol that I put up on my social media and also on the app. And I asked everyone for their meanings, and you all came back with the most amazing meanings as to what that symbol meant for you. And none of you are wrong, because Spirit said everybody's going to have their own individual assessment. And I've never known the power of symbols. I mean, I knew, but I'm feeling them. It's like these symbols jumping out of everything and everywhere. And they're being revealed from ancient worlds. Like Uluru, like the person that is facilitating this, these ceremonies with the land, this person has been to Uluru 14, 15 times and has said this time, she said this group, Uluru is revealing codes that she has never ever seen before. And this is what now I know why I said that. It's like they're being revealed from ancient worlds. So I'm giving you the codes that I've received so far. I still have more time here in Uluru and different land to go and touch and be with and receive the sacred frequency. With the symbol that I drew, it is, regardless of all the interpretations, an ascension vehicle. It's the eternal journey. It's the life and rebirth creation. It's the karmic cycles ending and beginning. The foundations that we have built our life on, coming from source now, coming from a natural source like this red stone monolith that is 550 million years old. The consciousness of this living and breathing rock is unbelievable. And this is the eternal life. That rock is going to be here when we're long gone and beyond. It has seen everything. Imagine being able to receive that eternal information from all the layers of knowledge that this rock has. And these are the eternal changes we are making if we are open to receiving these frequencies. The energy, when I got that symbol, there was pressure on that day. It was, I think, the day before the elections, if I'm not mistaken, and it was the pressure build up of that, but it was the pressure of, regardless of where you stood around the outcome, is that we are ascending. We are ascending. We are the leadership. We are the change, us individually, but interdependently with nature. And it was also the day, it must have been the 5th of New Zealand here, so it would be the day before the elections, because we are a day ahead in New Zealand and Australia. New Zealand, at least some parts of Australia, probably not. Obstacles were shifting, and it was the liberation of, like, we know what we want to do now. Lots of decisions were being made. Like, I could feel me being clearer about things and wanting more direction and knowing what I had to do to create that. We are seeing a lot more clearer now, and you need the space and time to be able to do that. It made me laugh when the Back Yourself card came up the morning that I pulled the card last week, because it was the man standing on the rock. And I was thinking, I know Spirit is going, hello, Gaia, this is about you. getting on, not getting on Uluru, but getting the energy from Uluru because I was standing on the rock. And this card screams victory. And that's our victory of our inner power, giving us the confidence to make decisions that we need and we want. And we know that we can decide through independent confidence, our sovereign being, and what we want to be connected to. And everything about the card was sacred. The standing on the rock, which you now understand why it was so amazing for me to see that card come up, because I was just leaving to Uluru. The arms out of victory, receiving power through the solar plexus, because on that card is hues of yellow, which is the solar plexus, which is Uluru is the earth solar plexus. So I'm giving you that power this week, and I will keep giving because I haven't had time to process everything I've received here. And it's going to take time. And the number 12, which signifies power and the full cycles of everything. There's really something big going to happen, and it's a shift in our lives despite what's going on externally. Because when there's external pressure, we have to be the change. It is a time to not overthink, following the signs and what you feel, as it will bring you so much more. The Back Yourself card came up because even at a time when you might be feeling like there's no one seeing you and you can't see yourself, there's actually clarity in that space. The extended meaning of the Monday mantra. Our inner power is changing. There is more we have learned to do alone because we are to connect and be interdependent with guides, signs, ancestors, and nature. Our soulmates. They are our soulmates. It has all been an initiation for us to renew and find power within. External experiences come to awaken us. And remember how last week I said to you, I saw the anchor. Now I understand why. Part of the extended reason why. The facilitator that I'm with on this trip, she has been using the word anchor so many times. She's been talking about the illusion shedding, and every time she gets a download to channel to us, I'm receiving it at the same time. It's really amazing. So remember, I'm here for you, but I'm only one person. I know many of you are waiting to see me, and a lot of you have ordered your personalized meditations, and mini readings are a great short response to any brief questions that you have. They're not for big layered questions. It just gives you some guidance and something to think about to give you more clarity. And if you're having any app issues, please email Kieran at soul33@gmail.com. Or if you're wanting to become a member or renew your membership, it is only $60 a year. It costs me a lot more to run it, but I want to keep it affordable for everybody everywhere, and also be able to reinvest it to keep growing it and making it better for you. Kieran at soul33@gmail.com. All right, I'm going to quickly talk about this week's Monday mantra. It is a time to dream everything into creation. Dream time, the beginning of creation. Being out here in the outback, in the national park of Uluru, on the 11:11 portal, because I'm about to go with my group very early this morning to start our meditation and our ceremony. It's time to go outside, whatever that means to you, physically outside of yourself, to come back in. It is a time to connect with nature and earth. In this space, we can take time to dream. I have been lying on the red sand, dreaming. I don't have time to do this when I'm back in New Zealand. This is the time for us to dream. This 11:11 portal is so powerful. I'm in a group of what wasn't meant to be 11 people, but it is on the 11th of the 11th. And it's time for us to look. It's time for us to perceive. It's time for us to see how everything is connected. It is time to dream what we want into reality, because like that book that man was reading on the flight to Sydney, big magic is really on the horizon. I can feel it when I'm here. It actually makes me want to cry, but it's really powerful. And I know my sensitive listeners will be feeling the power of where I am. And we are beginning to be called to do things, to go places, just like how I'm here. Wherever that means to you, whatever that means, this metamorphosis is happening. And the anchor that came up last week, that number 35, 5 plus 3 is 8. And this 8 year is infinity, eternity. And the anchor is about anchoring into who we are and becoming more of who we are. Our dharma is becoming clearer. Our path is becoming clearer. Like, I'm on this trip with this 25-year-old scientist who speaks and sings light language. And she said, my job, she's so lovely, my job is to bring science and spirituality together. And I'm like, people are finding the bridge, and it's absolutely amazing. And this 1111 portal today, you're listening to this when I'm in Uluru, is amplifying everything. So everything you are dreaming, whether it's, you're unable to stop ruminating about something, you want to dream this week, especially today, because the portal will stay open. It's been already open for a few days. It'll remain open for a few more days. We want to dream what you want to create into reality. And this portal is actually preparing us for January 1st. So, usually we get to the new year and we're thinking about what we want to do and achieve and goals and intentions, if you're that way inclined. The last few years, I've just wanted to see, be surprised. But whatever we dream up this week is the amplification for how our new year is going to begin. So those of you who are wanting to really utilize this energy, think about your path unfolding. Go outside, lie in the grass if that's possible, wherever you are. Be connected to nature. Go to the beach. Like, I always touch the lava rocks when I go to the beach in Auckland. Go and do something in your own way, and I will be working with the land here for all of us, that are those of you who are on this journey with me. Our solar plexus is acting out our power to create. What sustains your life? Our skills are upgrading from these connections we are making, and we're being asked to give ourselves the time to reclaim who we are, our dignity. And I really feel that when I'm here on this land, because, it's been used in ways over the years that the Aboriginal tribes did not want to be used. And it's like, now it's this sacred place, and it's like the dignity of Uluru just stands in the presence, like, yes, you are here with me. And it's almost a bit like that. There's this power to be reclaimed within us. And there's a hero. The hero might be you. I don't know why I've used it, but we'll figure this out as time goes on. There's a hero. We were saving ourselves. We might be saving another person. And I'm not talking about saving, but bringing somebody else up, bringing ourselves up. This also may mean that you're healing something for someone. I know there's many healers that are listening. Our work is really, really important at the moment. Go and touch the land. Your soulmate is creating with nature. Go and visit land that you need to make amends with. Don't know what this means. Maybe it's a family home. I don't know. What will it be for you? Let us know in the comments what is coming up for you as I'm talking to you about this. Spirit guides are calling us home. Even though I am not of Aboriginal descent, the ancestors called me here. And I'll tell you that story another time, because it was quite incredible how I've ended up here. There is abundance when we are devoted, and this willpower will ensure success as long as you are devoted to your dharma, to your path. And even though there are battle scars with all of us, we receive this along the way, because this is what is meant to give us the power. Like, when you look at Uluru is not perfect, but he's perfectly imperfect, because the codes are written in the textures of Uluru. Like, I've been able to hear light codes in the wind and in the rain, because we've been out in storms here. Uluru has put on every type of weather. It was actually quite cold here yesterday. We were all cold because we were in the rain and the wind, but amazing, because I normally wouldn't be out in elements like this. It's not my usual environment. And the anchor, it's like anchoring into it, seeing what this portal is showing you. The anchor turns into infinity. So when you draw an anchor, and those of you who are watching, it can be drawn into the infinite shape, like the anchor can be flown into the infinite shape. And they showed me that this morning before I was recording this. And the number 8 with the 35, and it is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. And that's the prayer from Saint Francis, was the phrase that I got to tell you. And we are no longer the same. This is the death and rebirth cycle. It is the star still guiding us as it guided me here. And I can't wait to eventually tell you that whole story. It is Pleiades, as we have oh gosh, when I got here and the Aboriginal women are selling their art, six-pointed stars everywhere because of Pleiades. I hadn't even contemplated that, even though I know Pleiades is an important part of their culture. And this week we have a full moon, and it will be very, very close to the Seven Sisters, Pleiades. So Pleiades will be darker, but that doesn't mean we're not being guided by the stars still. It means that it's hard to see, but we need to pursue as above, so below perfection. A powerful supermoon which will be giving us an opportunity to give up the fight and resistance. We just may be asked to accept things the way we are, and Spirit has given me that message here in Uluru as I was meditating, to just accept, and before we can change. And this full moon will be asking us to trust what we feel. I've given you a lot, and I've given you a lot of energy. So we're going to take a moment, and if you can close your eyes, we're going to call in with gratitude the power of Uluru. You've sent me here, Uluru, to upgrade my frequency, to be sacred in sacred ceremony with the land. And I ask through me to transmit this to all of my listeners and my clients and all of those on this journey with me, to empower their dream time, to dream whatever they are wanting to create into reality for their Dharma to unfold. There will be so much more about this journey that I'm on, and it truly is a journey. Remember, I'm here for you. I'm only one person, but there are various ways to connect. And it's through Kieran that all my communication is done, so that there are no imposters out there, and everything is done officially. This week, your Monday mantra is, it is time to dream everything into creation. It is time to dream everything into creation. I will look forward to telling you more about this and sharing pictures and videos when it's the right time to do that. Have a wonderful, powerful 11/11 portal.